You're listening to Silver Anniversary Movies. The podcast is celebrating their silver anniversary. So, can you guess the movie that is celebrating their 25 years of release?
I'm going to talk about 4 movies that came out February the 2nd, 1996. The first one had an 18% on Tomato Meter with a 31% audience score. With his gangster boss on trial for murder, a mob thug known as the Teacher tells Annie Laird she must talk her fellow jurors into a not guilty verdict, implying that he'll kill her son Oliver if she fails. She manages to do this, but when it becomes clear that the mobsters might want to silence her for good, she sends Oliver abroad and tries to gather evidence of the plot against her, setting up a final showdown. It is a mystery and thriller, directed by Brian Gibson, produced by Irwin Winkler and Rob Cowan, written by Ted Talley. It is 1 hour and 56 minutes long by Columbia Pictures Corporation. Some of the cast and crew: Lindsay Krause as Tallow, James Gandolfini as Eddie, Anne Hesh as Juliet, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Oliver Laird, Alec Baldwin as Teacher, and Demi Moore as Annie Laird. Alright, the name of the movie is The Juror, and it is streaming on Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, DirecTV, and Epix. Or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Vudu, Google Play, YouTube, Microsoft Store, and Redbox. Alright, the next one, 28% on Tomato Meter with a 70% audience score. Mike, a solvingly gym teacher, has a terrible habit of showing up at the wrong time and embarrassing his brother Al, who happens to be running for governor. Hoping to save his campaign, Al assigns his aide Steve to take Mike to a remote cabin and hide out there for the remainder of the campaign. In the woods, the two men discover dangers that make them long for the sleazy political operatives back in the big city. It's a comedy, directed by Penelope Spheres, produced by Lorne Michaels, written by Fred Wolf. It's 1 hour and 27 minutes long by Paramount Pictures. Some of the cast and crew: Grant Heslov as Robbie Meghem, Gary Busey as Drake Savich, Christine Ebersole as Governor Tracy, Tim Matheson as Al Donnelly, David Spade as Steve Dodds, and Chris Farley as Mike Donnelly. Alright, the name of the movie is Black Sheep, and it is streaming on CBS and the Roku channel, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and Redbox. And you can also buy it on DirecTV. Alright, the third one, 58% on Tomato Meter with a 65% audience score. In 1960, a hardy group of prep school students boards an old-fashioned sailing ship with Captain Christopher Sheldon at the helm. The ocean-going voyage is intended to teach the boys fortitude and discipline. But the youthful crew, among them confident Chuck Gig, timid Gil Martin, a self-satisfied Frank Beaumont, are about to get some unexpected instruction in survival when they get caught in the clutches of a white squall storm. It is a drama directed by Ridley Scott, produced by Mimi Polk Gitlin and Rocky Lang, written by Todd Robinson. It is 2 hours and 7 minutes long. Some of the cast and crew: Ryan Phillip as Gil Martin, Jeremy Sisto as Frank Beaumont, John Savage as McRae, Scott Wolf as Charles Chuck Gig, which is also narrator, Caroline Goodall as Dr. Alice Sheldon, and Jeff Bridges as Captain Christopher Skipper Sheldon. Alright, the name of the movie is White Squall. It is streaming on Hoopla, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. The last one's at a 95% on Tomato Meter with an 86% audience score. As death row inmate Matthew Poncelet nears his execution date, he calls upon Sister Helen Prigene to help him with one last appeal. Maintaining that he is innocent of the murders of a young couple, Poncelet begins to form a bond with Prigene, and she visits both his family and the relatives of the victims, hoping to learn more about the case. As things begin to look bleak for Poncelet, Prigene does all that she can to comfort and console the hardened convict. It's a crime drama, directed by Tim Robbins, produced by Rudd Simmons, Tim Robbins, and John Killick, written by Tim Robbins. It is 2 hours and 2 minutes long, by Polygram Filmed Entertainment. Some of the cast and crew: Celia Weston as Mary Beth Piercy, R. Lee Ermey as Clyde Piercy, Raymond J. Barry as Earl Delacroix, Robert Prosky as Hilton Barber, Sean Penn as Matthew Poncelet, and Susan Sarandon as Sister Helen Prigene. And the name of the movie is Dead Man Walking. It is streaming on HBO Max, HBO Now, DirecTV, and the HBO Now Amazon channel. Or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and AMC On Demand. Alright, well that is it for February the 2nd, 1996. Have fun watching the movies. This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.